7-Eleven coffee tastes kind of weird to me sometimes.
You think so?
Why? If you eat a handful of salt and vinegar peanuts and then take a sip of 7-Eleven 100% Colombian blend coffee, it vaguely tastes like a hot dog.
Truth Syrum.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Truth Syrum Podcast. We got Ryan and Corey.
Corey and Ryan.
And today, we are back at Simple Studios in beautiful New York City on a beautiful January day. It's not even really that cold. It's like a nice day to walk around the city.
It's been weird. The weather's been weird.
Yeah, it has been.
People are getting colds, too.
Everybody got the flu. Flu's going around.
Yeah.
I had the flu last week with a combination of bronchitis.
Oh, damn. Whoa. How'd you get bronchitis?
I don't know. It was terrible. The doctor said, I was with Anna. We're in like the doctor's office. And he goes, do you work? And I'm like, yes. He goes, well, you can't go to work.
Jesus.
And I was like, what? Like, and I looked at Hannah because she didn't want me to go to work anyway. Because I felt like shit. And I was really going to try to power through.
Yeah, because, you need to make money and all that good stuff. Yeah.
And she goes, see, you're not going to work. So I didn't go to work.
I like how it takes a doctor's note. Like, let me ask you something. In school, when you're sick, were you just sick and you stayed home, or did you actually power through it?
When I was in school, I didn't want to go to school.
Yeah.
So I'd be stoked about staying home.
So why the fuck did you going to work?
Well, because I have bills to pay.
There you go.
But my life is different now.
Yeah. Adulting's hard.
Yeah. So that was it. But, what about you? Did you manage to not get sick at all?
No, exactly. And was it 2 episodes ago we talked about cold remedies?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was still sick, and it took me a long time. Like it took me at least a week. I've been pounding freaking nothing but cough medicine, and whatever Jeremy suggested, which is the oil from oregano.
Oil of oregano?
It definitely helped with the coughing in the throat.
You ever have a hot toddy when you're sick?
Yeah, sometimes. That's a good way. At least I could get somewhat drunk during that.
Explain to me, are there different hot toddies? Because people have told me different things.
What, like different ingredients, how to make it?
Yeah, like is there different kind of booze used in a hot toddy?
It doesn't. Well, everyone says there are different versions. Like some people put tequila and whiskey, whatever you want.
I feel like whiskey is like the go-to.
I feel like that's the main ingredient. You can, make whatever you want. A hot toddy's a hot toddy. Put just the fucking whiskey in there.
When they talked about Grandpa's old cough medicine, is it not whiskey?
Yeah, that's the old school way. Just get a little fucking flask full.
Yeah, I feel like whiskey is like an old man drink.
Yeah, I feel like it's still kind of a lie we tell ourselves so we could just drink.
It's a real bummer, man.
You're still lowering your immunity if you're like drinking alcohol.
I've been watching a lot of Parks and Rec lately.
Oh, yeah?
And I feel like how Ron Swanson drinks Lagavulin.
Yeah.
Like, that's the level I want to get to of drinking whiskey, a scotch.
Oh,
just be like that chill. Like, he's so cool.
Yeah, you just learn how to sip and, enjoy it. I still do it. Once in a while, I like to treat myself to a nice old Lagavulin.
Lagavulin is very good.
Oh, yeah, it's a good smoky scotch. I like those peat and smoky drinks. Like, even like the tequila they have, which is what, now I'm forgetting the name. Let's say the smoky one.
Hornitos?
Not Hornitos. There's a name for it. But anyways.
What, like Mezcal?
Mezcal, there we go.
Yeah. Mezcal's good.
That's the good stuff.
I like that. I'm into smoky drinks. I'm into spicy, too. If I'm going to have a cocktail, I kind of like a little spicy.
Yeah, you do like margaritas and lots of Mexican food, too, as well.
Yeah, I'm into the spice. Like, even if I'm, like, shitting waterfalls, like, I really like spicy.
Yeah, dude. You ever had dosa?
No, what is that?
So, like, dosa is a Indian, like, bread mixed in with lots of spices and, like, you dip in the spicy sauce, right? You just take their pita bread and you just dip it in. But this shit will kick your ass.
They open you up.
They open you up. And, like, me and Chris, the first week we moved in, we decided to try it because around my corner in Jersey City, there's, like, this Indian corner where you have all these restaurants, and we ordered from it. Having it for the first time tastes like, having atomic wings. We powered through it.
Did you get sweaty?
Yeah, I got super sweaty. Hell yeah. My mouth is burning.
It's like the same thing like when you eat wings. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be wings.
But this one was actually spicy. It hurt. The next day was awful. I felt like my insides were dissolving, and I was just shitting storms out of my butt, and I can't.
See, it's good in the moment, but it's not like enjoyable later on.
No.
That's why I stopped eating at Buffalo Wild Wings for a while. Because I would eat there and I would enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like after a while, like remember when we were eating there a lot?
Yeah, we used to do that every week.
After a while, it started really fucking my stomach up.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't eat it. And I think it's because the sauces are too sugary or something. I don't know.
Diarrhea.
You know, but good thing I'm not lazy. I really went to the, you know. I'm not going to sit here with a segue this time.
I know. There's no way to segue into this topic from pooping.
I actually had a very interesting conversation with a client the other day about laziness.
Oh, yeah?
And like lazy people, being lazy is a thing. And I feel like you kind of have to earn being lazy, right? Like if you work really fucking hard all the time and you have that one day where you don't do shit, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I love that day. Like, I feel like in ways to earn it, just like if you had a full eventful week, like you woke up and like you did something and like, you know, or you worked like 3 doubles or something shit like that, you deserve to be like, all right, I need this day.
Yeah.
Zone out, no friends, no nothing, just sit on my bed or wherever you want to be, play video games, just smoke up, whatever you want to do.
Not take a shower.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do on a lazy day? You don't take a shower. You probably won't even brush your teeth.
Yeah.
You know, probably
like get your laptop out, bust out some Pornhub.
You know, for the dudes out there.
Yeah.
You might
or you ladies.
You might not charge your phone. You might just let your fucking phone die, which is always cool.
Yeah, sometimes I do that because I don't want to hear it from anybody. I know that's very antisocial and kind of mean at times. I like responding sometimes, you know, and show that like I do care in the world.
But in a lazy day, like you should feel like no obligation to answer it, especially like if it's work related. It's like, get the fuck out of my face. I'm not working today. Yeah,
I remember what you used to do when you worked at your previous job. Like even on a day off, you're still answering emails and like, you know, it's like still. Do you ever have that eerie feeling like on that day off, you're like you're still working?
Sometimes I try to really avoid that.
Yeah,
I try to avoid that. I got this really bad habit of working a lot.
Yeah,
which is not necessarily a really bad habit.
You always work a lot,
but I'm always working a lot, no matter what.
Uh-huh.
So I really try to be conscious of it on days where I'm supposed to be off, or like if I'm on vacation or anything like that. Like I will not respond to a fucking message.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
I'll try my best. I used to not be good at it. Now I've gotten pretty good.
Yeah, that's what Matt Musto likes to call. You need your introverted batteries recharged. So you need a little reset.
Totally, 100%. Yeah. But there are lazy motherfuckers out there.
Hell yeah.
That don't really work hard at all.
Yeah.
They like to complain about shit that they don't have.
Quit bitching.
But stop your bitching.
Yeah.
You gonna act like a bitch, you gonna die like a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it blows my fucking mind the amount of people who are just always like, those are people that tend to play victim all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Or can't keep a goddamn job because they're assholes.
Yeah, there's nothing but complainers. Just hang around, don't do the work. Oh, those people kill me.
I'm going, you got mad at your boss for what? Sorry, I'm eating a banana. You got mad at your boss for what? He asked you to do your fucking job?
Yeah. I've been in a few situations, but me and a buddy were talking about, like, there's this, some coworkers that just at the bar that like just complain or go to the boss just constantly and they don't do their shit. And you end up like, you don't want to say anything because you get complained about. And that's kind of shitty. I hate having a job where I'm held hostage.
Mm-hmm. Right, give me an example. Give me an example. Give me like a
okay, let's say there's a pack bar. All right, you know this person is kind of like, you know, all right, they're lazy. They're just like, you know, they're young, stupid, and they're just like just hanging out. You know, they'll have conversations with like certain customers, and you'll be running back and forth. And then once you sit back, like for a second, they'll be like, "Oh, this is bullshit. Whatever. I'm not earning enough. Blah blah blah. I don't deserve this." Like, and you're like, you don't want to say a thing because they'll complain about you because they want everything to go their way.
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
Dumb.
Nobody's keeping you at this job either.
Yeah,
that's a pain in the ass. People working with people who are constantly complaining about the place you work at while they're at work.
Yeah,
it's like, yo, we're all fucking here right now. Like, this sucks right now, maybe for you, and if it does, you can leave.
Yeah.
But that negativity is not going to help you get through the day.
Yeah, true that.
You know?
You don't even got to build together. Chill out. You know, like, that's why I love my job. Good people around.
That's the best. It helps you get through the day. Like, yo, don't fucking talk to me if you're going to be negative all the time. That's where I'm at. Like, I can't deal with people. Like, we all have problems. We all have shit that we don't want to do that we have to do. It's called fucking being a grown-up. Yeah. So if you're going to be complaining all the time, stay away.
Do you have tactics in avoiding those people?
Yeah, just blatantly stand up and walk away. Like, I don't even care anymore.
Do you ever seen that episode of Scrubs? This is what I'm imagining what you do. Like, what's his name? Dr. Cox's wife or ex-wife, whatever. The woman he's still with. Like, throughout the whole thing. It's funny. Not to explain it. So, she does this thing when Ted's around. She's like, do you want to see what happens when Jordan's bored? She looks up in the air and walks away. When, like, Ted's trying to talk to her or anybody.
Yeah. She was really good at being a bitch.
Yeah.
She was really good. She was a great character, actually.
No, but, like, what would you do on a lazy day? Like,
what would I do?
Yeah, what's your perfectly earned lazy day? Man. Since we're talking about laziness.
I like having lazy days with Hannah because we're kind of on the same page. Mm-hmm. I do have them by myself too, like if she's out of town for work or something. But like, so let me start with her. When I'm with her, we'll wake up whenever. Sometimes I'm ready to get out of bed before she is, which is fine. I get it. Sometimes she'll be coming from a different time zone and shit. Like, her body will still be over there.
Yeah.
but like, wait, look at her. We'll get up and we'll fucking not have an alarm. Mm-hmm. First thing we start talking about, what do you want to eat?
Yeah.
I just want to eat. Neither of us. Jeez, man, the doctor told me. I feel so much better, but the doctor's like, your cough is going to linger for like a fucking week.
Yeah, you'll be fine. A couple days, man.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what we want to eat. Neither of us have any intention on taking a shower or going anywhere.
Yeah. It's a lazy day.
There does come a point sometimes in the afternoon where we kind of start looking at each other like, is there anything we need? Like, do we need to go to we need to go grocery shop? Like, you know what I mean? We start doing that. But otherwise, like, probably just watch, like, marathons of shows. Just, like, nonstop. Take a couple of naps. We might leave and maybe go get some booze. Like, we'll probably go to the liquor store up the street and pick up, like, bottle of Prosecco and a few bottles of wine, and then we'll sit around and start drinking at like 3 PM. Like, that's always fun. We always have a good time doing that.
It's like typical family, like, couple stuff. I like that idea. It's like, what do you want to eat? And it's like, we're just gonna binge fucking Netflix shows.
Yeah, binge a little bit, order food, hump a little bit, do a little humping.
Yeah, bumping. Establish dominance.
If I'm by myself, I usually I just lay around, really. I mean, it's hard. It's really difficult for me to be lazy. But when I do it, it's usually because I have to do it.
Yeah, I like that. The only way for you to relax is to be, like, forced to relax.
I have to get sick or I have to be really fucking exhausted. Like, I have to physically be exhausted. It's always been kind of hard for me to, like, lay around for too long.
Yeah. You've always been an active person, You always have to do something.
Yeah, the older I get, the more... the easier it's becoming for me to just like, because it's not even like an age thing. It's more like shit that's more important to me now. Like, I understand that in order for me to continue to perform at like optimum levels, I need to be well rested.
Yeah.
So I need to like really use that time to help me improve my work rather than like just constantly work until I'm fucking in the hospital because I'm sick and I'm run down.
Yeah. It's incredible that's the thing, though. Like, I don't mean that's incredible. You need that.
Yeah.
I don't know how people sometimes could just go like, well, I only have 3 hours of sleep, and like, they're just working. I have this one coworker who I don't know if he does sleep or he's a vampire, but like every time I talk to him, I'm like playing video games once in a while, and I see him on. It's like, I just saw you last night, and we got off at the same time. How are you awake at this early in the morning? And he's like, I don't know. I have to do stuff. I got that survival mode.
I gotta do stuff.
Yeah, and
that's dangerous.
Yeah, but he functions. He's not like Daryl, where he's like, who knows where time zone he's in or what mental state.
True.
Yeah.
Some people can do it. Some people can really do it. I can do it to some extent.
Yeah.
I need to fucking rest.
I feel like you could do it once in a while, pulling an all-nighter or some shit like that. But, like, doing it every day and constantly, that's just...
I've never been great at all-nighters. Have you? I've never been, like, great at them.
No, I'm terrible.
I fall asleep.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking, like, school-wise, I'll crank out a paper, but it'll be shit.
Yeah. I'll crank out some shit.
And I just want to just get it over with. Like, no, there we go.
I was listening to an old
C+?
episode.
Are you serious? Wow, that should have been a D.
I was listening to an old episode of the podcast where you were like, where you told me that you got in trouble for plagiarizing a whole paper one time.
Oh yeah.
I was like, did you just pick the first one that came up when you Googled it?
It was the very first thing on Amazon. I just highlighted it, and she knew right away. Like, it's like, you change this paper? I never did.
You know, it would have been smart if you would have picked like multiple ones. And then put like a paragraph here, a paragraph here. But at that point,
it would not make sense. It'd be like 3 different synopses.
That's just so much work too that at that point you might as well just write your own paper.
Yeah.
That's lazy.
That's lazy.
Plagiarizing is lazy as fuck.
I'm not. I don't stand for it anymore. I prefer original work. If it comes from me, I'd rather write it myself.
What about, yeah, exactly.
I don't like stealing.
Yeah, because you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to ask you a question about something that you said.
I'll be like, oh.
And you're not going to know what the fuck you even were talking about. You
No,
don't want to be
true.
in that position.
No, not at all. Have you ever been in that position? Like, like the time you cheated and like someone actually called you out on it?
No, I've never plagiarized. I have paraphrased things, but...
Yeah, paraphrasing's fine.
I was always too paranoid to plagiarize. Also, I felt weird doing that. I actually genuinely felt weird.
Good soul. Good heart in there.
Yeah, I was just like...
Okay there, Captain America.
This isn't me. I mean, I'm not bragging.
I don't know if I could trust someone without a dark side.
Yeah. No, it always felt weird to me. Like, I felt like I was stealing. That's what it is. I felt like I was stealing.
Yeah.
And I never really respected stealing.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I was always told, like, yo, that shit doesn't belong to you. Don't touch it. It's not yours.
Yeah.
So, I guess maybe that plays into it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's another form of, like, laziness that kind of annoys me. Like, me and Mackenzie were at the grocery store near her. And
is it a nice grocery store?
It's a nice grocery store. You know, when you're waiting online, you have like certain items you don't want.
Yeah. You just discard them on the line.
Yeah, you just this one lady just discarded like raw meat and threw it in that little bin with like candy and shit. And I'm looking at her and I'm like,
God, that's lazy.
I want to say something so bad. I'm like, but
that's awful.
Is that my old man in me that's coming out that I need things proper? Like I should give 0 fucks because it's not my property, but yet I still feel somewhat, that brain of anger, be like, put that fucking thing back. What do you live in a barn? This is not your place.
You live in a barn? Yeah, no, that's fucked up because the meat is touching all the other shit. And you know what?
And people fucking
it's candy. Kids are gonna go for that.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's like this is gross. Gross.
It's great. The label on the candy is designed for kids to get excited when they see it.
Yeah.
And then they run up, they sneak it into the cart, and your parents get to the register, and that's what all that candy in that bucket was.
What? It's like, how did I get salmonella from candy? Well, there's a jerk on the name
asshole.
so-and-so.
That's how diseases get spread, because of people doing fucking dumb, inconsiderate shit like that all the time. Yeah, all the time.
Do you, at the gym, do you ever get aggravated or, like, when you see someone, not put back their weights?
Yeah, because it's like, I'm not your fucking maid.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. I think it's rude in general.
Yeah, it's rude, yeah.
Whether it's at my gym or if I'm working out at a gym. I would never just leave a mess anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't like if I'm at a restaurant and food falls off my plate and gets on the table. Like, when I'm done, like, I make sure that it's the easiest thing for the fucking busser to come and just grab.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like leaving a mess anywhere.
Yeah, I know. I feel you. Yeah, that's good.
I think people who leave messes, people who litter, I think they're all fucking scumbags. I think littering is a form of laziness. It's like, you can't just wait till you get to the next fucking corner and throw it out. Yeah. You have to throw this on the ground. You live here too. Like, what does your house look like? Yeah, that's what I always wonder.
Pick up your shit.
What does it look like at home?
Yeah,
Do you have to wear shoes in your house because the floor is so fucking gross because you just throw everything on the floor?
Yeah, are you a hoarder on purpose?
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
You know what else is lazy?
Throw a newspaper over it.
Yeah, throw a newspaper over it. Keep it like in Big Daddy when he just kept vomiting or he pissed the bed. He just put newspapers on it like it's a dog. That shit, that's a classic. Adam Sandler. Kobe Bryant.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's a real bummer. Not to jump too deep into that.
That was hard. What made it harder was that he had a kid, which is like that makes that tragedy bigger than it is. So, I feel like having I feel bad more for the family because like
I feel terrible for his wife,
the wife, and their daughters, and like they lost
they just recently had another kid.
Yeah.
I mean, Kobe Bryant was very influential. At the same time, there were other families on there too that also had people that cared about them. Is really like a devastating accident that no one expected to happen.
I appreciate him,
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's one of those like one of the few respectable players out there nowadays. I felt. Yeah.
Major influential person. Real bummer.
Yeah.
So, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, brother.
It's Kobe Bryant. But so you know what else is lazy?
A little honor moment.
No, I mean you have to do it.
I know.
It's crazy. You never know. Fucking, I saw this thing. It said one of the most you saw that I shared it. Someone said this. One of the most underrated blessings is when you leave your house, coming home safely at the end of the day. It's like, yeah, you don't think about that. Anything can fucking happen.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
All right, let me say one thing though about it. Like, you notice that these accidents are happening mostly because they are private, if you think about it.
What do you mean?
All right, so you remember, what's his name? Jimmy Valance?
From New York?
Jimmy Valance is the singer. He sang La Bamba and all that.
Yeah.
He's back from the 70s. How he died. I know it's getting a little dark. He died from flying a private flight again with his group and some other actors and stuff, and they perished. And next, you have Aaliyah.
Right.
Next, you have
what about like Princess Diana in the car?
That's a kind of a random happenstance too as well. Like that I feel like that doesn't so much fall under that, but yet it's still the part of the tragedy part. But what I'm trying to say is like, about that sort of private transportation, you can't trust it.
Also, you're flying.
You're flying.
Like, your feet aren't on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of fucking car accidents all the time, and people drive every day.
Yeah. But I feel like, on a commercial airline, they probably have more connections, more like, all right, you're not flying private space,
sure, yeah.
You have like a lane you could trust-ish. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's entirely safe, but, it's ridiculous that this shit is happening. And no one's being safe and secure because they need to be private in a rush.
I mean, I don't know enough about how that works.
Yeah.
I would like to hope that, like, maybe with these things happening, that things would get better. Obviously, like, that I wouldn't be interested in doing it because I would be too fucking terrified. Especially, I would just start immediately thinking. First thing I thought about was like Aaliyah and shit like that.
Yeah.
Fucking. There's so many more and more examples. It's crazy because it seems so unpredictable.
Yeah,
because people also do private shit all the time and nothing ever happens.
Yeah,
it's just part of their lives.
Yeah, I can't say like it's like all right, it's the fault of private airlines or whatever. Like whatever they're saying, but like it's a little thought in the back of my head. Like
I can see why you
cautious a little bit.
I can see that.
Where there's a hypochondriac thinking things and like what could happen.
You know what else is lazy?
Sorry, dude. I mean to take us down that deck.
No, you know what else is lazy though? People who just like don't take the time to have like proper hygiene. I think that shit is fucking lazy.
Yeah. Oh god. Nobody wants to be the smelly kid.
You ever look at a dude and his fingernails are just way too fucking long and there's dirt underneath him?
Yeah.
And he grabs his french fries and sticks all his fingers in his mouth. while he's eating, and you're like, that's disgusting, and you're sucking all the dirt out from under your fingernails.
Yeah, also, wash your hands.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Like, what woman is going to let you touch, or man is going to let you touch them?
You ever been on a subway train? You had this really smelly person next to you. Like, it doesn't have to be homeless, but like, you know, like the idea of like, oh well, do you lean forward and pretend and you try to focus or concentrate not to think of smelling it, or do you move to the next car, or do you just?
I think the
tell
next
the
car is
person-
a little extreme, depending on how bad it smells.
Or you tell the person's like, you know, you smell like shit.
I don't think I would tell the person that they smell like shit. If I'm being 100% honest, like I would like to.
Yeah, there's some sort of.
I would definitely become fucking angry about it because bad smells and bad smelling people really piss me off, especially if they can help it.
Better hygiene, friend.
If the person can help it, there's no fucking like if I know you especially, and I know you live somewhere where you can bathe, and you just keep showing up smelling terrible, I'm not gonna like you, as a person. Like I'm not gonna respect you either, because I think that's inconsiderate to bring your fucking nasty, smelly ass around everybody,
wearing that sweatpants,
wearing the same shit, and if you can help it, you know, some people are in a fucked up situation. You never know, but like, I think that's fucking lazy, and I think it's rude. I think it's straight up rude. Yeah. But if I'm sitting down on a train, first of all, if I get on a train and the cart is empty, I know not to get on that train because it probably smells like someone died on it.
Oh yeah, so there's a few times that you see one person when you do a double check, when you see that one person in there try to do this, you're like, definitely someone smells in there. Time to go into the other train.
Yeah. Or like all the other ones are full of people, and then there's just one empty one.
Yeah. That's one.
Right.
Yeah.
And then people try to go in and fucking tough it out.
Yeah, that's what I did a few times.
I
do the shirt method.
I start puking. Does the shirt method even work? You can smell yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Like you muffle up and smelling like yourself.
Because if it's the morning, usually like you might have just taken a shower. You probably smell like you're.
Put my hood down, just breathe through it. You know.
I can't fucking do it, bro.
Yeah.
Like at that point, I'm crossing in between cars. I'm risking getting a ticket. And if the cop comes up to me and goes, "Hey, you know you're not supposed to do that," I'm like, "Bro, if you were in that fucking car next to the one I just came out of, you would have done the same shit."
Yeah.
'Cause there's a person in there. You should probably check if they're alive.
Yeah.
Because it smells like they just evacuated their fucking bowels on that train. Oof. Which is a thing, right?
Yeah.
Do you shit on yourself instantly when you die?
Yeah. Your bowels just evacuate.
Right away.
Yeah.
So when you watch The Departed and people are getting shot left and right.
Yeah.
Those rooms of people just all full of like dudes that just shit on themselves.
Probably. That'd be funny. Nobody, I mean, like, you know, funny to depict if, like, you know, after you kill somebody in those action movies, you hear.
Remember it? Yeah. Yeah, just fart, gunshot. Like, do you think, you know, I recently rewatched The Departed, forgot how amazing it is.
Oh, it's a great movie.
And I was really bummed when Leo died.
Oh, yeah.
At the end. But also, like, I just forgot how amazing Jack Nicholson is.
Oh, he killed in that role. Like, you don't imagine, like, oh, he still can act, you know?
Bro, that dude, that character he played, like, he was a real goddamn...
He's a gangster.
A bad motherfucker.
You know that one scene he did with Leo where they're sitting across from each other and he pulls out a gun?
Yep.
And at that part, like, you know, he suggested to the director, like, why don't I just, you know, we're going to keep this from Leo, and I'm going to pull out a gun at one point to establish dominance. And, like, you see it in his face. Like, and, like makes Leonardo DiCaprio such a great actor as well. He's, like...
He adjusted.
He's improvising. He's, like, improvises with him. He adjusts. He's like, oh, shit. All right. This is real. This is getting serious.
Yo, he was really fucking... Those two were incredible.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like,
he's a good actor.
I was like, watching it, because when did that movie come out? Like in fucking 2002?
Yeah, or not 2002.
Or 2012?
It's like 12 or so.
Like something around there?
Yeah, 8 years ago.
That movie, watching it now, such a different experience.
Yeah. Like none of those performances were phoned in. Like everyone was just on it. Like even a little part of like even having Alec Baldwin or even what's his name, Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is my favorite.
Mark Wahlberg was amazing. He was amazing.
Yeah, but was he a mole at the end? That's what I was kind of confused about.
No, he wasn't.
He's just like getting payback.
He still was on the case, but remember he had gotten suspended.
Yeah.
But he was still working, even though he probably shouldn't have been.
Yeah, he probably at the very end when he shoots Matt Damon.
I think he figured it out.
He figured it out, and he's like, all right, I'm going to get payback for this, for killing my boss. And
I love how they had the little rat outside on the balcony.
Yeah.
That was great.
A little symbol, it's nice having that. That wasn't lazy filmmaking.
That wasn't. No. I always think about like how he left him like dead in the apartment like that.
Yeah.
Like the thing that sucks about that is like some old woman is going to walk by and just find this fucking shot dead man in the hallway. Like,
yeah.
That's fucked up. That's like traumatic.
Yeah, and having her describe who she saw in the hallway walking down with those booties. Like, I think I saw Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, but nah, that could have been anybody.
Bro, one day, Hannah and I were in the apartment. It was like a random day.
Oh my God, did you find a dead body?
Bro, there was this one. We just hear like this shrieking down the hall. And come to find out that this woman was coming to visit her father, I believe, and found him dead in the apartment.
Oh, no.
Bro, that shit was I never heard screaming like that before in my life.
That is so sad. That's scary.
It was so sad.
No.
It was so sad.
Man.
Yeah.
That's a tragedy right there.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
Living alone is scary. I remember, because I lived alone for a long time. I remember one time, I had gone out. I was probably at Pioneers or something. Got fucked up. Had to work the next day. Jesus. Had to work the next day. Got up to take a shower. I had a studio at the time. Got up to take a shower. I was running late for work because I was a piece of shit. And I'm in the shower, and it was like one of those showers with like a sliding glass door. Like it was a shower. It wasn't like a bath or anything.
Uh-huh.
So I'm in there. I'm still hammered from the night before. I slipped. Like my feet came out from underneath me, and I banged my head against the wall so fucking hard and fell on the floor in the shower.
Oh shit!
And I was by myself, and it didn't knock me out. Definitely hit my head real hard. It didn't knock me out, but like I thought, holy shit! If I was in here alone, what if I did get knocked out? Like that's scary. Like this is the kind of shit that old people who live alone worry about.
Yeah,
you know.
I have a similar fear, but like So what happened? Like you're still okay. You just hit.
No, I laid there I was probably like 24 when this happened. I laid on the maybe 23, around that age. Mm-hmm. I just laid on the floor for a minute while the water was falling down on me. And when I realized what happened, my reaction was so delayed. Honestly, it probably helped that I was still a little drunk.
You think it slowed down? But that kind of quickens the blood here. And
it's like I think I didn't panic or like overreact. I just slipped and fell, and I didn't like tense
bruised
up.
Gashes or anything.
It hit the back of my head, which is
that's a
yeah.
You'd be seeing stars. We didn't see stars. You just hit it really hard, and you're just like.
If I remember correctly, I just was like kind of in shock.
You might have been slightly concussed, bro.
Probably.
Yeah.
That shit was scary though.
What was it like at work when?
I just went and worked a normal day. I didn't go to work and be like, hey, guys, guess what happened to me before I came?
You just
I didn't do that. I was too ashamed of myself. Oh. I can talk about it now. The drunk shit you did years ago.
Yeah, that dumb shit.
You didn't tell anybody about because you were too embarrassed.
Yeah, that's a good thing about like having also a sense of humor and be able to like you live this life. Mm-hmm. This dumb shit. I remember all this dumb shit.
Yeah.
That
shit's scary though, bro. Like, if you imagine being old and not like having a companion or like a person in your house to take care of you.
Yeah.
Like you could fall down the steps,
and like nobody could get to you, and you're like
nobody will know.
Well, this is it. I gotta embrace. This is my life.
Guess I'm just gonna.
I guess
die
I'm gonna
here.
Come and take me.
You're sitting there. You got a broken leg.
Yeah.
You're like your hip is broken or some shit.
That's why I want to stay in shape a bit, just in case. You see a lot of like the super old. How to become super old? Like, well, if you could last that long and live that long, it's great that if you live that life, be sharp. But yeah, they're all skinny and like they're just like
kind of frail.
Just gardening. I just want to be functional.
You want to be functional. That's the thing I was gonna say. So like, I'm in a gym and I'm surrounded by people of like anybody in their 30s or people in their 60s and 70s, right? You know, the people that are young and they're in their like late 20s and their 30s and shit, they're in here like trying to lift all this fucking crazy weight. And it's like, that's cool now. But the people like that are in their like 50s and 60s and up, they're like still moving and still in shape, but they're not fucking deadlifting 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Because you can't really do that. Like,
Well, kind of. Like for some, if you're doing it right.
Yeah,
you see Stallone and all them.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it just takes a lot. It takes a toll on like all your joints and shit.
Yeah. You're wearing it out.
And then you end up just being in pain doing regular shit.
Yeah.
Like doing like bending over at the hip to pick up your keys because you dropped them on the floor. Like, then you can't do that because you wanted to be an asshole. You wanted to be cool.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks everybody's watching them all the time. There's people that like will fall off a treadmill and have a fucking heart attack because they're doing too much. You know, they're like going way too fast for what their body could handle.
Yeah.
And it's like, why were you doing that? Because you felt like you didn't want people to see you walking on the treadmill.
or even like maybe they're trying a little too hard, like just to prove something, like you know, when you're first starting out, you're trying to figure out your speed. And you're like, oh well, you know, the first thought I would get, like I feel like most people would, like when you're first training that have no knowledge, you're like, all right, I'm gonna go for the max and see where I go from there. And then I think that's where mistakes happen.
Well, I don't think everybody. I think people are oftentimes. I think like for you like to lift weights and shit. So do I.
Well, I know better now. I'm saying from the very beginning, you know how people
Some
start
people
out.
are actually intimidated to even lift weights. Like they can actually probably do more than they think they can.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like macho attitude dudes. Then there's a lot of fucking...
they're my favorite.
Yeah.
Such douchebags at times. I do that sometimes, but...
Yeah, we all get that. You know, you know what it is? You got these fucking balls.
You got these big brass balls.
You got these balls in between your legs.
Yeah, you got to use them.
You got this fucking testosterone. You're all like trying to, you know, I think that's like Animal Kingdom type shit.
Yeah, you see
you
those,
can't
like,
help it. It just is what it's nature.
You see those powerlifters too, like not like you're seeing the group powerlifters. They're just a bunch of bros. They're like, all right, I think I can lift these up 300 pounds. 1, 2, like, you know, they're not doing proper form. They're just like, you know,
they're throwing it up.
I'm strength. You turn. Fuck, you did 3. Oh shit, I gotta do 4. Oh god, I can't do. Oh my god.
There's
like,
a whole
stupid.
subculture. Yeah, I mean, like, powerlifters are nuts. I work with a guy now who's a powerlifter. He's a really cool dude. But powerlifters are fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yo, they're nuts.
It's like showing off that you're good at this skill here. It's like, you know, I don't know.
They train to be as strong as they can be in like these like quick bursts. Mm-hmm. But they put their bodies through some real fucked up shit.
Yeah.
You know, like you really are like committing to potentially like irreversibly injuring yourself for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So you can do this. But it's like an obsession, like anything.
Yeah, that's true. You want to be the best at it. You want to be
if you're gonna do something. If I ask someone, yo, what do you like to do? This. How are you good at it? I'm okay. I don't believe you that you want to do it. You know,
I pick things up and put them down.
Yeah, like if you anything, any sport, anything, like, well, do you plan on getting better? Yeah, you know, I'll probably just, you know, see what happens. No, if you want to I want to get better. I want to fucking do it every day. And I want to, like, that's a person I'm like, yeah, this person's dedicated. They
also sounds kind of intense too if you say it like that. You know, like, you know, I'm gonna do this every day.
I'm gonna do this every fucking day until I become the best at it. Good. And even if you don't think that you're actually going to become the best, it's just a good attitude to have.
Yeah, okay. As long as they're backing it up with actually doing it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Practice.
Yeah, practice.
Everybody who's great got really good from working hard.
That's true. You know, put in those 1,500, I forget the...
1,600 hours?
1,600 hours? Is that it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I forget.
I don't pay attention to
stuff. Yeah, read Blink, everybody. Or like...
Go to Blink,
Gladwell. Or go to Blink, where they sell Malcolm Gladwell's Blink.
Don't get me wrong. There are people who just, like, shit does just fall into their lap.
Yeah.
Not everybody's that person. Like, certain people are just fucking, like, you're a natural.
Yeah.
Right? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty fucking cool.
But, yeah.
Unless you're a natural and you don't do anything with it. You know, I met a dude recently who was, like, fucking over 6'6". He doesn't play any sports or do anything. And most people would get mad and be like, oh, how come he's not in the NBA? It's like this is just a guy that just happens to be really fucking tall. And honestly, I feel bad for him because he's not an athlete. And he probably has trouble just buying regular clothes.
Yeah.
Probably got bad posture. Just so used to looking down at everybody all the time.
Yeah.
That sucks. I would hate to be that fucking tall.
Yeah, I want to be that tall. Like, it's a thing, right? Like, where gravity, whatever gravity you're at, you watch some. Like, I was watching.
Got a dick down to the floor.
Yeah, it's a little dick swing.
Long man.
Long man. Oh, I love that commercial so much. It's a series of commercials. Whoever is out there, watch Sakura Gummy Long Man commercial.
It's pretty good.
Sit through it and you'll love the ending. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say laziness. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, dude.
Nah, bro. It's all good. You're a long man. No, I was just saying I'd hate to be that tall. I'd also hate to be that short, too.
Now I remember. Thank you for mentioning that.
Got a dick down to the floor?
Yeah, dick down to the floor. Now I forgot what I'm going to say.
Sorry about that. Long man.
Okay, there we go. I remember now. There's this one kid, like he's a little person. And at college, I saw him like benching. Like he's like benching twice the amount I could and the most ever.
Those are the short guys, bro, are really fucking strong. Their center of gravity is low, too.
Yeah, that's why I wonder, like, because they're low in gravity, of course they could lift more, but would their bone density be stronger because they are smaller and compact?
Not necessarily. What it is your limbs are shorter, your center of gravity is lower. The weight doesn't have to travel so far. You know what I mean? Like those guys that are usually like 5'7" are like fucking really have like a good deadlift because
we don't have to.
The weight doesn't have to fucking go that far. You know, someone like me who's like I'm just under 6 feet and I fucking have long legs. The weight is moving at like a greater amount of distance, so it's like
my legs hurt
a little bit more challenging.
I find legs harder.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, it's good to have like a strong foundation, but yeah, short guys do really well in that stuff, But if you put a short guy on a fucking basketball court with a bunch of gigantic motherfuckers, then it's a different story, right?
Yeah. Unless you put him on your shoulders and you go for a dunk.
Basketball play, unless you sit him in a high chair next to the table at McDonald's and give him a Happy Meal.
I always thought Muggsy Bogues was average height, but he's like a 6 foot.
I think he's like 6.
Well, like he looks shorter than everyone else, but he's tall.
No, I think Muggsy Bogues is like 5'11".
No, I think he's like actually 6 foot.
Hold on, no, I think he's under 6 feet.
I thought like every time I see him amongst other basketball players, it's like, well, he looks shorter, but no, he's still kind of tall.
You're thinking about Space Jam.
Yeah, he looks compared to everyone else like shorter.
Apparently, there's going to be a new Space Jam movie.
Oh, with LeBron James, apparently.
Is that real?
They've been talking about it for years. I don't think it's going to happen.
I hope they don't, man. Like, who's doing Bugs Bunny's voice now? Bugs Bunny's like 80-something years old.
It's been, the guy from Futurama who does the voice of Fry?
Oh, yeah.
He's probably the newest Mel Blanc. He could do, like, all these voices. So
you're right. Muggsy Bogues is 5'3".
5'3", I lied then.
Jeez, man.
I'm fucking wrong.
My Hannah is taller than him.
He could play though.
He's better than her at basketball.
Yeah,
way better. Like,
I just want to see someone that's like that, like taller, shorter, that could still play the game. I feel like basketball's a tall person's game.
I mean, anybody who plays any kind of basketball will beat me in basketball.
I feel like in any sport now, it's tall. Even like even football, you have to be at least 6 foot.
You could be like our height and play football, depending on your position. You play.
Depending on your position, but like it's very rare to see. Someone that's not 6 foot.
If I weighed like 280 pounds, I could be like an offensive tackle. Maybe. I don't know.
That is a possibility.
It'd be hard to knock. I could be like a fullback.
Yeah.
At this height, maybe if I was like 240, so I could still move, Are there cheerleaders in the WNBA? I was thinking about this this morning.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Does anybody pay attention to the WNBA at all?
Yeah, people do. But like, I don't.
It's really interesting. Like I can't think of a time that I've walked into a bar and like the WNBA was on.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
No, it's still popular. It's not as popular.
Are we wasting money on this? No, I'm kidding. That's mean. No, but I mean, I was really thinking about this morning. I was like, are there cheerleaders? And if so, are they women or are they men? And how does that work?
Also, do they have mascots?
I'm pretty sure they have. I see them having a mascot way before they have like a bunch of dudes in cheerleader outfits.
Yeah.
What is it, like a windbreaker suit or something?
Windbreaker.
I don't know. Just curious. I was just really curious about.
No. Yeah. We'll have to look it up after. Just
next week when we come back next week is my wedding.
Yeah.
I was talking to Hannah and we were like, we're going to go on a date this week. It's going to be our last date as a boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, now it's just a chore. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's going to be a good time.
I like you guys were like married since like day one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But like that's kind of cute though. I like that idea of like, oh, this is our last date. We'll make it special. That's
we're going to maybe go to a museum or something. Something cool.
Yeah, do those adult things. I used to think that shit was stupid, but once you're in a relationship, it's like, oh, this is nice. Like I could stop overthinking things, and like this is fine.
It's nice to not have any. It's nice to have certainty in your life. You know, like for example, work is always like going to be up and down and all this shit. But it's nice to like know that at least you have someone in your corner.
Yeah, true that.
Like Rocky knew that Adrian was gonna be in his fucking corner.
Yeah, and everyone knew that that Rocky always had Bullwinkle.
Rocky always had Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite duos consist of people like, people like to call Tom and Jerry a duo, and I'm gonna be honest with you, maybe between takes they were like sipping on a coffee together at the fucking craft services table, but during the show, they really looked like they wanted to kill each other. So I don't know if they're friends.
I'm going to shift to one last topic.
What, Fred and Barney?
Fred and Barney, yeah.
They were good buddies.
We tackled like, like training and just going through your day. But like, now you're talking about relationships. Don't be lazy on a date. Go for it.
Don't be lazy.
Try it. Text. Don't be afraid of it.
I don't want to be one of those people.
Don't wait the next day. Don't do the 2-day bullshit. This is not swingers.
I don't want to be one of those people that, it's not swingers. All those movies and all that shit was made for entertainment and so you can laugh at it.
Yeah.
Not so you could emulate it and have an excuse to act like an asshole because you watched the fucking movie.
Because you think scumbags win. For some, but not all the time, buddy. Like, it's not how it works.
Well, it depends on what kind of person you're trying to attract, right?
Also be interesting.
You get the energy that you put out. If you want to attract a piece of shit, then act like a piece of shit, and then they'll come to you. Trust me, they're all over the place.
It's kind of sad. Like, for the big tragedy again. So like, I was working the bar on Sunday, and of course, like,
is that a euphemism? No.
On top of that was like Kobe tragedy, and then like some other shit. But like, there's this one girl that was like sitting there, was like, "Can I get the strongest drink you got?" And it's like, okay, here's a Voodoo Ranger. Strongest. I walk away. I'm like, okay, what's this about? And then like I'm walking back again. It's like, can I get a shot? Okay. And she goes, well, before you go, can I ask you a question?
I love these bar stories.
Yeah, and she's like, she asked me like, what should I do? What she told me, her backstory was like, I was cheated. I found my boyfriend cheating on me again. And it's like, again? This was the second time?
When you say again.
Yeah, and she's telling me, like, what should I do? And, I kind of, like, clipped up. I don't want to give her advice. Like, she's like, should I yell at him? Should I fucking just, like, do as you feel? I think this guy's a scumbag. You should not be with this dude. She's like, she tried to do that, like, she does the maximum effort. He does, like, 10% bullshit. Like, where he could do what he fucking wants. Which is crap, and this guy's gonna fucking.
But she's like allowing him to.
Yeah, and I felt bad, and she was just miserable, and I just tried to give her.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Like, that sucks. Here's a drink, and I tried to make her feel a bit better, but
Did it work? Did she cry at the bar?
No, she didn't. She held it together, but she was calm about it. I guess it's just sunk in just that moment because it just happened. And I'm sure she'll go to some other friends for advice, but, you know, that's just something crappy to go through.
Well, it's nice to have other people to talk to.
Yeah.
Especially if they're a stranger, because then they give you, like, an objective opinion.
Yeah. Then don't let people railroad you. Just fucking... When people are dickheads, don't let them know.
Don't railroad anybody.
Yeah. Or tell them to fuck off.
Tell them to go fuck themselves off.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
But anyway, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, and you, especially you, people who listen to the Truth Serum every week, I just want to say thank you. We got a lot of cool shit coming up. We got a special surprise coming up pretty soon. Whenever you say that, even if there's no special surprise, you have pressure now to create one.
Dad, when are you coming back? It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
Did you get that pack of cigarettes? I miss you.
God, they must not have had the ones you like. Yeah, thank you all for listening. We'll be back next week with another dose of some truth. Motherfuckers. You dirty motherfuckers.
You smelly.
You lazy motherfuckers.
Dirty.
We love you all. And thanks for listening every week. Share it with your friends. Like, subscribe. I'm Corey Guns _ on Instagram. And you can click the link in our bio and listen to a bunch of older episodes that are also really fucking fun, too, and really relevant. Real relevant to the times.
Yep, really relevant.
Real stuff that help you out with living your normal life and just do better every day.
Yeah.
We're all about positive inspiration here. So go fuck.
You're about positive and then you just go right to the neg.
Yeah. No, we love you all. And thanks for listening every week. Can't wait to hear from you again. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun this week. Have fun this weekend. Have fun at your fucking job. Stop being lazy. Brush your teeth. Comb your hair. Take a shower. Put on a clean shirt. And go smile at somebody today.
Hell yeah. Anital, please. Lazily touch those keys and get us out of here. Interesting. And that's exactly what you love to eat. So that's an interesting combination for a breakfast you brought in. Like, you know, I understand, you know, you get a banana, that's a snack. I know these are all healthy snacks-ish. And then, like, the Planter's Nuts is like, you know, that's random to mix with coffee, which you just said.
I eat pickles, too.
Are you serious?
With my coffee. It's really gross.
Do you?
Sometimes.
Like, there's certain combinations I can't do. And that sounds like one of them.